Talking about nutrition knowledge and food myths, we're in the information age with widespread and easy access to knowledge, but food myths still exist in our culture today. So we'd like to explore this topic on food myths and nutrition knowledge. First of all, defining nutrition. We say nutrition is the process of providing or obtaining the food necessary for health and growth. Nutrition is the process of taking in food and using it for growth, metabolism, and repair. Now, talking about food myths, in trying to put a definition around it, I said a diet myth is advice that becomes popular without facts to back it up. Myths and misconceptions about food and nutrition abound across the world today. We all grew up with them, such as grandma's tales about pregnancy do's and don'ts, for example. Now, talking about knowledge on nutrition, recent years have seen a tremendous growth in scientific knowledge of the relationship between diet and health. This increase in knowledge has informed dietary recommendations to promote health and longevity. However, with the advent of the information age, there is a lot of information and scientific facts debunking these myths today. And such information have become readily accessible, especially via the internet, and people no longer need to visit the doctor's office or a nutritionist to get such information about the validity of a food myth because it is readily available online most of the time. Using Nigeria as a case study, according to statistica.com, as of January 2021, Nigeria registered approximately 104 million active internet users, which corresponds to about half of the total population. This implies that in 2021, 51.44% of Nigerian population were internet users. This share is projected to grow to roughly 59.9% in 2026. Therefore, the level of access to information in the country has grown and is expected to keep growing. And this is a graph that shows the internet penetration in Nigeria from 2017 to 2026. And we can see how the internet users in Nigeria is gradually growing and is expected to grow to 59.92% in 2026. Moreover, there are other sources of nutrition information that exist today, and there are some data that shows how people use these sources and how much they think these sources of nutrition information are valid and reliable. A research done in Accra Metropolis on the sources of nutrition information and level of nutrition knowledge among young adults in Ghana by Kwado et al. 2018. Out of 192 participants who took part in this study, about half, which is 51%, were females. The mean age was 21.8 years, and most of the participants were students and had completed a senior high school level education. This research found the various sources of nutrition information and the extent to which these sources were used by study participants when seeking information on nutrition. Online sources were the most popular source used to seek information on nutrition among study participants. Traditional media was the second most used source with 58.3% of participants always seeking nutrition information from television programs, radio programs, and newspaper articles. Healthcare professionals, including nutritionists and dietitians, were the least used source of nutrition information. Majority of the participants, however, had never sought nutrition information from healthcare professionals, although majority perceived nutrition information from healthcare professionals to be very reliable. Additionally, online resources were perceived by most participants as very reliable source of nutrition information. Interestingly, nutrition information from friends and peers were perceived by almost half of participants as the most unreliable source of nutrition information. If the latter is anything to go by, then it can be said that nutrition information from non-professional sources, that is family, friends, and peers, are gradually being abandoned in this present information age. And this is the graph that shows the perceived reliability source of nutrition information. The polka dot graph shows sources that are very reliable, while the brick pattern shows sources that are fairly reliable, and the thick dark graph shows sources that are unreliable. You can see the graph for family members, friends and peers, healthcare professionals, online sources, and traditional media. And we can see that healthcare professionals were seen as the most reliable source, with the polka dot graph under the healthcare professionals being the tallest on the graph. Now, here are some quick tips on how to identify nutrition misinformation and food myths. First, Recommendation that promises a quick fix are most likely misinformation or food myths. Also, claims that sound too good to be true, recommendation based on a single study, dramatic statements that are refuted by reputable scientific organization, list of cultural do's and don'ts on certain foods, non-scientific, non-science-based testimonials supporting products or regimens. Now let's look at various types of food myths in Nigeria, using Nigeria as a case study and the factors influencing food myths in Nigeria. Here are some types of food myths in Nigeria. Some examples of food myths in Nigeria include, so I'll just go through some of the examples. First, here we have pregnant women and breastfeeding mothers should not eat egg because it will make the baby to become sick more frequently as a result, and the woman will also get jaundice. The truth about this is that eggs are an important source of key nutrients necessary during pregnancy, such as protein, fat, minerals such as zinc and selenium, and vitamin A, D, and some B vitamins. However, the salmonella bacteria can grow inside fresh, unbroken egg. Egg should therefore be stored and cooked well and not eaten raw. The other example, I'll just run through this. Another myth here is drinking coconut water will make you dull. The truth about this is that coconut water is really nutritious and beneficial to the human body. It boasts of electrolytes such as sodium, potassium, and magnesium, all of which helps to replenish lost nutrients. It is also low in calories and free of fat and cholesterol. Other food myths are so we can see other food myths. I'll not be able to take all of this because of our time, but you can just see it on your screen. These are other food myths. So I'll now go. So moving forward, factors influencing nutritional myths in Nigeria. Nutritional myths arise from mistaken information about foods, their composition, and their effects on health. Some factors that influence nutritional myths in Nigeria include real life experiences. For example, the myth surrounding eating egg during pregnancy. We all know that eating egg is safe as long as the egg are well cooked to avoid salmonella infection. Also, our parents and elders are other factors that influence nutritional myths in Nigeria, because these people are respected, and whatever information they give to you, you want to take it as true, even though some of them are not scientifically proven. Other factors include ignorance and illiteracy, not being able to fact check information, for example. Now, what are the nutritional implications of food myths in Nigeria and the effects of food myths? The pride of any nation. The pride of any nation is the health of its citizen. A hungry nation is a sick nation. The health of the citizen affects the economy, political, educational, and technological advancement of any nation. The major nutritional implication of food myths is malnutrition, however. Malnutrition is a subacute or chronic state of nutrition which results to a deficiency or excess of imbalance of energy, protein, and other nutrients which cause adverse effects on the body shape, size and composition, body function, and clinical outcome. Apart from malnutrition, other effects of food myths include kwashiorkor, impaired growth and development, loss of muscle function. Food myths also affect immunity, reducing our immune function. How do we combat the prevalence of food myths? So one of the ways we can combat the prevalence of food myths is protection and health improvement. Protecting and improving health, especially in poor communities, requires a combination of community and facility-based activities, with support from central levels of organization as well as centrally run programs, for example, food fortification. Other ways include health promotion programs. Nutrition programs, like all health programs, are successful only if they receive the support of an enthusiastic leader of the local community. It is the task of nutritionists and others to seek out and direct such leaders. And finally, we can combat food myths with more health education. People can be exposed to nutrition information both through examples and instruction, beginning with teachers and continuing through families' experiences, cultural introduction, and the framework of formal education. So these are ways we can combat the prevalence of food myths in our society today. Thank you very much for listening.